he narrowly lost it. Then earlier this year, he was in a hard fight. He narrowly lost it. A couple of weeks ago in Newport, not Swansea, in Newport, he was in a hard fight against an unbeaten fighter. And all the way through, myself, Richard Keys, Enzo Maccarinelli, Steve Bunce, we said, give this guy a break. He's a terrific young fighter. And it's a delight and a pleasure to welcome to this show one of the favourites here on Box Nation. In fact, he could be as much a favourite here as Krez is. Tony Pice. Tony. Are you there, Tom?
Yeah, Steve, can you hear me?
Yeah, Tony, of course I can hear. Listen, it's a delight and a pleasure. Sorry I missed you out last week. It went a bit belly up with Winky. Right, Tony, listen, you've got a win on your record, another win on your record against those defeats, all against good fighters. When are you out next? And tell me, are you in a 50-50 fight next time?
Well, I don't know the exact date where I'm out next, but hopefully soon. But I've had tough fights so far,
yeah,
and hopefully get a few easy ones. I mean, 50-50 instead of going out with 70-30 chance of winning.
Tony, one or two of those fights on paper are more like 90-10 and you come close to winning. Let me ask you this story. There's a great story about when you were in the Welsh Championships and you were meant to fight Fred Evans, who's now going to be going to the Olympics, boxing for GB.
Yeah.
And I'm told you showed up on the night without a trainer. Is that true?
Well, I turned up and I seen my trainer and he said, "Oh, Tom, I didn't think you want me in your corner, so I haven't brought any of my kit." So I had to go and look for him.
And who did you find? Did you find someone?
Yeah, I found Enzo Maccarinelli. He was really kind enough to put in that for me.
You know what, Tom? We get more. You know, obviously there's some big fights here. You know, we've had Vitaly Klitschko against Del Boy Chisora. We've had Del Boy Chisora against David. No, sorry, we haven't had that yet. We've only had a version of that. But we've had some big fights here on Box Nation. But you're in now about top 10 because of who you are. You've only won one of the 3 fights you've had on Box Nation. What do you put that down to, Tony?
Well, I'm always there to win, Jeremy. I know it's going to be tough for me. It's hard fights all the time. But I ain't there to lose. I'm going to give them my best shot, and I always am going to do that.
Listen, Tony, we are going to get something together here. I'm going to speak to Jim Rosenthal, John Rawling, Steve Lillis, one or two of the boys. We're going to have a whip round, and I've told them, I said, we're going to sponsor you, so you don't have to take fights at short notice against winners. You're going to be a Box Nation sponsored fighter.
Oh, that'd be great, Steve. Do you know what I mean? I've got no sponsors at the moment. I'm not promoted, so I'm just finding it really hard. Do you know what I mean? But if I had that, I'd have just so many opportunities. Alright, but
I tell you what, Tom, where do you work, Tom? What do you do for your job?
I'll be honest, right, I work in McDonald's full time. And I've got to find time to train. I'm always working.
You know what seems mad, Tony? Down in Peru, right, in South and Central America, in Peru and one or two other countries down there, McDonald's sponsored the Olympic teams from Peru and Bolivia, and you work for them. Surely they could sponsor you. That's my next mission, Tony.
I've already asked Steve. They say they only sponsor team sports. But I've asked already, guys.
Well, just get a tracksuit that says Team Pints. Trick them.
Yeah.
Listen, Tony, it's been an absolute delight and a pleasure talking to you every night on the show. Tony Pace, hallelujah for that boy. Chris, you don't understand.